was a fun alternative to my usual modus operandi, and I performed sacrilege. I took my Archer and Olive watercolor notebook and I tore a page right out of it. All 220 GSM cotton pressed watercolor. I totally tore a page out because I thought, let me put one of these beautiful watercolor pages in my actual bullet journal for January. So I wanted to show you how I did that, and I kind of created a really basic resist on the watercolor using some stamps and some embossing powder. Who knew? So I will show you how to do it right now. And if this is your first time here, thank you for joining us today. And hit the subscribe button down below. Would love to see more of you. And also feel free to comment if you've got any questions, if you'd like more information, if you have suggestions on future videos. Hit me up and let me know, and let's get started. Alright, let me start by committing full-scale sacrilege and tearing out one of the pages of my watercolor notebook. Whoopsies. What I love about these is they're 120 GSM. So I'm now going to trim it using my We Are Memory Keepers trimmer, which I absolutely love. It's an all-in-one tool. Stop it. Does everything I need. And now we're going to get to kind of the nitty-gritty part of this. We're going to stick some washi tape down because I don't want to use up the whole piece of paper for watercolor. And then I'm going to grab my stamps and I'm going to use some embossing stamp stuff. What is it? Stamp ink? Some embossing stamp ink. We're going to use some mandalas and pop those on, and then I'm going to cover it with the white embossing powder and give that a quick heat so that it embosses beautifully. And then we're going to do something really simple. We're just going to paint over it with watercolor. Now, we've been doing a really fun thing at work at the moment where we are creating a neighborhood at work. So we're doing something called Neighborly November. So as part of Neighborly November, it's kind of like a Secret Santa thing, but in the middle of November, and you got to keep everything low budge and lo-fi, which I really think is super cute. It also kind of forces you into meeting some new people. So my person absolutely loves origami, and I decided to make them also one of these just as a little card to say, hey, welcome. So this little yellow and orangey, pinky, purpley one is going to be for my Neighborly November neighbor. Hopefully she likes it. Okay, now that we have done our painting, let's get straight on to cutting up our vellum, and we're going to paint over it. I wanted to create kind of like a stained glass window effect of putting something over. I'm now going to trim it with almost like a little bunting scissors, and I'm going to score it so that it bends over the page really nicely. Now, just testing my pens, I'm using Caran markers, metallic pens here, and I'm going to blend them together. So I'm first putting down oh, hold on a second, look how clever this is. It kind of creates a totally unexpected, but writing with the Caran markers on the thicker acetate actually creates a hybrid type of painting effect. I'm going to have to look into this further. Anyway, back to where we were. I'm picking up some of my blue Caran marker with my purple Caran marker and writing on my vellum. I'm then going to stick my vellum onto the side of the watercolor that I've just created, and I'm going to pop it straight into my journal. Okay, let's stick everything in really nice and tightly, just making sure that it flips open. I would absolutely always love to see your own creation of this, so please feel free to tag us at The Art of Bujo so that we can share your work on future videos. I'm adding a little bit of washi tape to finish it off, and we are done. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button down below, and if you'd like to visit us elsewhere, we are all over Instagram. Come and visit us. We're also on Pinterest, Facebook, and you can hit us up on email as well. Look forward to seeing you next time.